So I want to ask all the men watching this video a question. Has there ever been a time in your life when there was a woman who was just absolutely getting on your nerves? You know, maybe she's just being disrespectful, she's talking too much, she's talking too crazy to you. You know, maybe it's even gotten to the point where she's getting physical and putting her hands on you, and you just thought to yourself, man, I gotta do something about this. I can't let this continue to go on. I can't let this disrespect from this woman continue to go on. I gotta teach her a lesson. So you think, you know, let's go outside, grab the gloves, square up, and throw these hands. But obviously, being a man, you can't do that. You're not supposed to fight a woman and stuff like that. Well, now, as unbelievable as this may sound, you can. And I know what you're probably thinking. Well, Dame, what are you talking about? A man can't fight a woman. You know, women and men can't be out physically fighting each other and stuff. Oh, yes, they can. And, you know, maybe under normal circumstances, that would be the case. But United States boxing tells us a different story. Because as of now, USA Boxing has added a trans athlete policy to their rule book. So as you can see, it says, US Boxing adds trans athlete policy to rule book. And here we go. A boxer who transitions from male to female is eligible to compete if they have declared that their gender identity is female and has completed gender reassignment surgery according to the policy. Male to female boxers also must undergo quarterly hormone testing and present USA Boxing with documentation of their hormone levels for at least 4 years after surgery. And here we have another article in which it says, the policy states that minors under the age of 18 must compete as their birth gender in weight classes outlined in the rulebook. Transgender women over 18 can only compete in the female category if they undergo genital reassignment surgery and submit quarterly hormone tests for at least 4 years following surgery. As you can see, we have just reached a brand new level of pure and utter ridiculousness. I mean, first we went from Leah Thomas, the first trans woman to ever compete in Division I's women's swimming, as she robbed all those hardworking female athletes, all those hardworking women at the chance at winning a Division I championship. We also have Olympic weightlifter Laurel Hubbard shattering records, or even this trans rugby player with an obvious physical advantage. I mean, look at this dude, bro. Strong ass chin and everything. Strong ass jawline. I mean, look at him compared to the other girls he out there with. I mean, bro, the fact that she was allowed to be out there and compete against those other women, I mean, bro, come on, man. That is just insane. But now we've reached an even newer level of insanity by letting trans women box against biological women. And before we get into the seriousness of this and talk about why this is completely a horrible idea, I just want to kind of throw some hypothetical shit out there for you guys. So, you know, I was researching this stuff, right? And obviously there are going to be some men out there who want to transition and become a woman so that they can fight other women and, you know, try to become these champion boxers as women, right? But again, this new rule goes both ways. And this new rule will allow trans men to go against biological men. You know, a trans man being a woman who, you know, took her testosterone, all her hormones, and transitioned over to becoming a man, right? And you know, trans women always have a physical advantage against biological women because even with all the estrogen they put in their bodies, it's just still because of the fact that they are a man, especially if they fully develop into a full-on adult by the time they transition, they're still gonna have that physical advantage. And like, that doesn't really go both ways for trans men. You know, if a woman is 30 years old and decides I want to transition over and become a man, you know, there's no advantage for her. So I'm like, you know, who would be really crazy enough to honestly think that they would stand a chance as a trans man against biological men? But then I also thought about this. Who is the female boxing champion who regularly calls out male boxers saying that she can beat them up? Clarissa Shields! Bro, we can finally get that fight between Clarissa Shields and Triple G, as well as Clarissa Shields and Keith Thurman. All she gotta do is, you know, fight for some months, you know, maybe a year or so, get her on some testosterone, get her hormones going good and everything. She might grow a little beard or whatever, and we can finally set up the fight. We can finally get the fight. We get to watch her. No more getting dropped by sparring partners. No, she really gonna be able to get to fight these dudes. But in all seriousness, this is obviously a terrible idea. I mean, besides the fact that rules like this continue to take away opportunities from hardworking female athletes, but this doesn't just take away opportunities from female boxers, but it puts their lives in danger. I mean, unlike other sports where, you know, there's a possibility that you might get injured or, you know, whatever, right? And when it comes to combat sports, especially a striking based combat sport like boxing, like, not only could you get injured, but you could get an injury that's life altering. You could get something injured that completely changes your life, something that's permanent that doesn't go away. Or there's also the possibility of actually dying in the ring. Now, this is very rare. Most boxers don't die in the ring, but that is still a very real possibility and something that has happened in the past because, again, combat sports is very different than other sports. This ain't something you just kind of fuck around with. You don't play boxing. Like, this isn't a sport, I just like to do on the side for funsies. Like, this ain't frisbee, bro. You going in there, standing across the ring from somebody with the full-on intention of beating the shit out of each other and drawing blood. This is a sport that is about pure violence. And sometimes, especially with boxing, you have people that come in that ring and their whole goal is to hurt people. They not boxing because it's fun to box or they like fighting and they really interested in boxing. Some people genuinely want to hurt people. And instead of going out there and committing a crime, boxing is their way to do it. So I hope I've stressed the point here that this is not some shit you just play around with. People walk in that ring and can sometimes come out completely different. I mean, y'all remember that trans MMA fighter Fallon Fox who sounds like this?
I'm feeling excellent. That was sweet, huh? Did you like that? Yeah!
Bro, look at this man's face while she is talking. But Fallon Fox was the trans MMA fighter that broke her opponent's skull. Yeah, the man that became a woman broke a woman's skull. Now, anybody that knows anything about female fighters knows a woman breaking another woman's skull is probably the most rare thing you'll ever see. A lot of times, these female fights don't even end in knockouts. Like, a lot of these female fights end in decisions because a lot of women just don't got that type of knockout power. I mean, you see Clarissa Shields, all them fights she won, she only knocked out 2 people. So the fact that a female fighter broke another female fighter's skull just shows you how bad this can be. And especially with a sport like boxing. At least in MMA, you gotta worry about grappling and leg kicks and all that other stuff. Boxing is just straight hands, bro. And you only got 2 targets, the head or the body. So like something like that might become the best case scenario. Like, we can't just forget about the fact that men have this physical advantage regardless of how much estrogen you put in their body. Men have more fast twitch muscle fibers, more muscle mass, denser bones, more red blood cells, and oh yeah, let's not forget 20 times the amount of testosterone that a woman has. Like, there's no way you could just really pull that testosterone down to an equal level. It's just never gonna happen. And like this rule is not just unfair to women, it's gonna take away opportunities. No, it's gonna genuinely put their lives in danger. Like, I don't understand the point of this rule. I'm just starting to think that these sports leagues just don't like women or something. Because why do they do this? Especially with boxing. Like, they must want these women to get hurt. It's like, is that something y'all want? Because you know it's gonna be somebody out there saying, oh, I'm gonna transition, I identify as a woman. And then some woman go have to pay the price for that because we want to be inclusive. I don't understand, man. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this whole rule and stuff. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit a like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Turn on post notifications for this video. I don't know what's the 1,500 subscribers. Like and sub so we can get there. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for watching this video. Thanks to everybody who's been subscribing. I'm out though. Catch you guys next time.